how.
Johnson again, ole ole. Johnson again, Johnson again, Johnson again, ole ole.
Yo. What is up, people? What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. How we doing today? Guys, we got a huge stream today. A little surprise stream. Nothing too crazy, but we got a bunch of news to talk about, man. There's a whole bunch of going on in the Tottenham Hotspur world. First off, thank you guys so much for the freaking support on the channel, man. We are doing so good, bro. And it's all thanks to you guys, so I can't thank you enough. And I do want to say that, I don't know if you guys can notice, but the camera quality, it's a lot better, man. How we feeling? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, is the camera good, bad? What are we saying? I like it. Like, bro, the autofocus is just amazing, bro. Like, just beautiful autofocus. It's amazing. Nearest had to remember it's big up. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, man, like, how are we feeling today, guys? Of course, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. Of course, we're doing super well, and I can't thank you guys enough. We're actually one subscriber off of 170, so whoever wants to be 170, that's up to you, man. So let's just make it happen. And yeah, hope you aren't about to gaslight us into thinking TEL is a good signing. I'm tired of being gaslighted. Looks good. Thanks, bro. Listen, I mean, well, shit. Might as well get into it, bro. So let's start here with the news that we have received officially. Is that MATHYS TEL is officially a Tottenham Hotspur player. Done deal, and let's go. Tottenham Hotspur have reached a total agreement with Bayern Munich for the transfer of MATHYS TEL in a deal worth 35 million euros, or is that pounds, whatever, I don't care. Bayern Munich will get a total of 45 million from the sale of TEL due to the 10 million loan fee paid by Tottenham during the January to sign him for the remainder of the season. So MATHYS TEL will sign a long-term contract for Tottenham Hotspur that will go till June 2030 with an option to extend it a year further. Sources suggest that MATHYS TEL and representatives had a 1 hour and 30-minute talk with Thomas Frank to discuss the ideas and plans for TEL at Tottenham Hotspur. MATHYS TEL was really impressed and gave the green light for a permanent Tottenham move. And then, yeah, man, so it seems like Thomas Frank is going to get backed. And, bro, I mean, on to what you said nearsighted. Listen. If this was Ange Postecoglou and Ange was still in charge, I would say no to MATHYS TEL. If Ange was still in charge and this was still his squad, I would say no to MATHYS TEL. But because of the fact that we have Thomas Frank in charge, it is a completely different story, man. And for that fee, for what he's shown so far, like, he hasn't been horrible, but I will admit he hasn't shown enough for me to be able to be like, okay, this is 100% the right option. But based off of what we've seen so far from TEL, and under Thomas Frank, I think Thomas Frank will get way more out of TEL compared to what Ange would get out of TEL before. So that's where I'm at. I'm optimistic. If Ange was still in charge, I'd be like, nah, man, don't do it. Like, TEL is not a touchline winger. I think under Ange, he would fail. I think it'd be a bad signing. But I think under Thomas Frank, bro, I think this could actually be a really good signing. And the way that Frank uses his forwards, and we're actually going to get into this later on in the channel, but I think that the way Frank uses his forwards, I think this suits TEL a lot more because TEL just wants to run him behind. He wants to cut inside, whereas with Ange, he's not going to be able to run inside. He's not going to be able to cut inside and actually make that happen. So I do think that under Thomas Frank, that we'll see a much better and improved MATHYS TEL. Just for the main fact that he doesn't have to stay with the touchline anymore. He can cut inside. He can run him behind. He can get balls fed into him. And he can just have the full freedom to, like, go wherever he wants to and not just stay on the touchline. So I think that's why he'll be fine for Thomas Frank. And as well, Thomas Frank is just, you know, he's really good at just developing young players. So I think this is a good signing. I do. Bro kicks a ball like my little sister. Powder puff shot. Yeah, man. Like, hey, like I said, the thing is, though, this definitely isn't a signing that's going to be like, that's going to move the needle in terms of right now. I think that he's gonna take some time, at least like another season or two. But if he lives up to the hype, man, this will be a bargain, bro. This will be a bargain for sure. Balls fit into him. Ayo. Yeah, let me pause on that one. Let me pause on that one, bro. But yeah, man. So MATHYS TEL to Tottenham Hotspur, bro. Let me let me see if I can get the chat. I don't know why the chat's not showing up on. Let's copy that over to here really quickly. Where is it? Let's copy that. There you go. Oh, two of them copied over. Why? Yeah, beauty. Sorry, just give me a second. Got that. Oh. There we go. Over there. Beauty. Good. Beauty. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. MATHYS TEL is a Tottenham player. Let's add the source over here too, actually. There you go. Okay. Also, Spurs need a right winger, not a left winger. Son, Mikey Moore, Oda Baratel. Yeah, so that actually is a perfect transition. Let me finish up on this MATHYS TEL stuff, and we'll actually get into that. But yeah, so it looks like it was Thomas Frank's idea to keep a hold of MATHYS TEL. And obviously, we heard from like the reports over here is that they had a solid conversation, and he was actually convinced by what Thomas Frank is outlining for him. So I think that he's bought into the program and what Frank is offering him. And yeah, let's hopefully we can see it all cook, and it'll be amazing. And now, speaking of wingers, it's looking like Thomas Frank is going to be back in the transfer market. Wow. Did everything I hear those words? No. Is this true? We'll see. But yeah, it's looking like MATHYS TEL is probably going to be back in the transfer market with a particular focus on the front line. He would like to persuade Brian Mbeumo to follow him to Spurs, but the forward favors a move to Manchester United. So, with that being said, this is the latest that we have on Brian Mbeumo, is that Tottenham Hotspur have made an official inquiry to Brentford regarding the terms for a potential deal for Brian Mbeumo. That has been confirmed. Thomas Frank has a great relationship with Mbeumo, as we know, of course, and Tottenham now believe his appointment as a new head coach can be important to getting his signature. Brentford are ready to sell Brian Mbeumo to any club that are willing to pay the €65 million package price tag for him this summer. Of course, Man United are also heavily interested, and at the moment, just inquiries, nothing official, or any negotiations between Brentford and Spurs. Nothing advanced or imminent, just basic inquiries. So yeah, it's pretty much us and Man United right now, and United are leading the race, but it's clear that we are actually interested. So if we get Mbeumo, bro, oh my gosh, bro. Whew! Bro. Mbeumo, Son, or TEL, whatever you want, and a Solanke up top, bro, that lineup is going to bang goals, bro. They're going to get a hella goals, bro. Like, straight up. Mbeumo had, 20 goals last season, I think? I think he had 20 goals. TEL is about to play for U21s in, 30 minutes. He is on fraud watch with me. All right, so Nearsighted does not rate TEL. You do not rate him. Okay. Bro has him on fraud watch. All right. Well, let's see. Hey, man, let's see how the season goes. I think it's definitely not risk-free. It could definitely blow up in our faces. But I think with Frank at the helm, I think he can definitely get the best out of MATHYS TEL compared to what Ange would have gotten out of MATHYS TEL. So I'm a lot less worried for him under Frank than I am under Ange, to be honest. But yeah, so Mbeumo potentially might be looking at coming to Tottenham Hotspur. Well, do I think it'll happen? I do think that we'll pay the money. I have no doubt that we'll pay the money. I think Levy does want to make a little bit of a statement in terms of how he wants to back Thomas Frank, sorry. But I think with it just pretty much depends if Embuemo wants to freaking put his pride aside and not be a little Man United fan and come to Spurs. Because the reports is that he is heavily a Manchester United fan. So is he gonna put his pride aside to come to Spurs? That's all. We'll see, man. We'll see. And the thing is with Embuemo is that if you look at it just from like an objective, logistical standpoint, it makes way more sense to come to Spurs for the main fact that we have Champions League football, and your former head coach is going to be managing at the club. So with those two things out there, it makes way more sense for you to come to Spurs rather than Manchester United. If you want to be on the biggest stage of them all in Champions League, you come to Spurs. But if you don't care about that right now, then you go to Manchester United. And the thing is with Embuemo and United is that like there's no guarantee that United's even gonna get back into the Champions League. Yes, they're making moves. Yes, they got Cunha, but overall, they're struggling with Gyökeres. They're looking for a solid striker, and of course, they're eyeing Embuemo. Will those be enough to get them back into the Champions League? We'll see. Will there be 4 or 5 Champions League spots this year? Probably 5. But I look at teams like Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Newcastle, Villa. You can maybe even throw us in there now. Like, there's a lot of competition for those Champions League spots. So, will United have enough to get back into top 4 or top 5? I don't know. So if you go to United and you don't get Champions League next season, or the next season, then you're not gonna play Champions League for another 2 years. Whereas with Spurs, you're getting Champions League right away, and you might even get it another year in a row, depending on how we do in the league. But the Mile High Hotspur says, "Big up here from Denver, Colorado, Spurs and fellow content creator." Shout out to you, bro. Big ups, bro. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, I think that just like from an objective standpoint, it makes more sense to come to Spurs. I'm not even trying to be biased. I'm just being objective. Like, if you want Champions League football, the only reason why you go to United is because it's your favorite club and they're going to pay more. That's the only reason why, really. Like, they're going to pay more than we are going to pay. So it just depends what Mbemo wants. But if Mbemo is convinced to come to Spurs, I think it'll happen. This feels like it can happen, especially with Frank being at the helm. But it just kind of depends on him, bro, if I'm being real. It just really depends on him. So, but yeah. And then, of course, there's been a whole bunch of random news that has been going on. And just for everyone here to know is that at the moment, Tottenham have not made any official offers for Bryan Mbeumo and Adam Wharton. It's false information and is not true. Tottenham Hotspur have not placed any £70 million and £65 million official bids for the players respectively. So yeah, I think similar to us, United will definitely raise their level next season. Yeah, I actually honestly, if I'm being honest, bro, I think I back United more to do well in the league just because of the fact that they're going to be playing less games. We have to juggle Champions League and the league and the other cup competitions, whereas they just have to focus on the league and the cups. And they'll probably rotate in the cups as well because they want to do really well in the league. So I think they'll probably do better than us in the league potentially, to be honest. But it just, like I said, just depends how Frank can handle the whole European stuff. But yeah, so for your guys' understanding, there is no official bid for Wharton or Mbeumo. There's rumors out there it's going to be bid 70 million. That has not happened. It's not true. It's definitely not true, bro. So yeah, lots of misinformation. I think a lot of this, or some of it at least, is just I look at Brentford just pretty much throwing out sources saying that we're like making a bid to scare Man United. I think that's like what a lot of it is. It's just being like, hey, guys, just so you know, Spurs are pushing, so you should probably make a decision now to pressure United to make the move. So I don't think we made a bid yet. But yeah, so that's the latest on Mbeumo. And with that, we can move on to, yeah, so Frank is going to be backed. We'll see. Hey, if Frank is going to be backed, I'd love that, but I won't believe it until I see it, man. I won't believe it until I see it, to be honest. And we have a big, huge bombshell here for news on Christian Romero. And also, guys, if you don't know, this Krish guy is a very reliable source, man. He's kind of like, he hasn't come out of nowhere, but like, he's like a lesser known ITK, but I've looked at his stuff going all the way back to January. It's been like almost 100% accurate, bro. This guy is almost dead on the ball for everything. He's super accurate. So I take all of his word like almost 100%. But yeah, so info, Christian Romero will talk to the new head coach Thomas Frank in the next week to discuss about his future. Sources suggest that Christian Romero will talk to Thomas Frank before making an official decision regarding his future, amid interest from important clubs. Christian Romero is open to staying at Tottenham Hotspur, however, wants guarantees about fighting and winning trophies. He does not want to play in a club with mediocre plans. It's not about financial reasons. Important clubs, including Atletico Madrid, have made contact with Christian Romero and offering him a project to fight and compete for trophies. Christian Romero will talk to the new head coach Thomas Frank about his project, plans for him and the club, ideas, and this transfer's plans before making the deal decision. Tottenham Hotspur ideally don't want to sell Christian Romero and have offered him a contract renewal until June 2030, but if Romero decides to leave, Tottenham will ask for around 60 to 65 million euros. Atletico Madrid have the most concrete interest in Christian Romero and have already offered a package worth around 40 to 42 million euros. Okay, lots to digest here. So we all know what has happened with Christian Romero in terms of his posts on social media about the club and almost insinuating that the same things never change with this club, talking about Levy, and it's like the same thing over and over and over again. But from the info that we're seeing here, he's not ruling out coming back to Spurs. He's going to talk with Frank. Frank is going to have to sell him and highlight exactly what the goal is for the next season, what is going to happen, and what the plans are overall. Pretty much, it's 50-50, bro. I think with the post that Romero put out, I would lead to more towards him leaving just because you don't put, like, the timing of it all. He put that post out right when Thomas Frank got announced, bro. Like, that's insane, especially since he's a vice captain, bro. That is crazy work. He's 100% right about the things that he's saying, but the timing is, like, low-key disrespectful in terms of Thomas Frank. But at the same time, bro, I actually respect it too, because this guy's putting his neck on the line and he's saying exactly what we've all been saying for decades about this club and about Daniel Levy. So I respect it, bro. I respect it, honestly. But yeah, man, it's tough to think that he's going to be back here, especially with that Instagram post and the social media posts. But if Frank can sell him, then, bro, we're going places next season. I worry for this club and this team if we lose Romero in the summer, because I like to replace Romero with quality in this transfer window is going to be really tough in this amount of time that we have. And if it's Atletico Madrid, like the biggest contender, and they're offering 40 to 42, that is such a low ball, bro. Even 60 to 65, I'd be like, I want more closer to 70, 75, to be honest, for Romero. And I think he's definitely underrated. I think he gets so much hate for absolutely no reason. Well, not no reason, but I think his hate is overblown, if that makes sense. Like, Romero is definitely, like, worth at least 70 million, bro. Any other club would put this guy at 70, 75 for sure. But yeah, I think that it's going to take Frank to convince him for him to stick around, but we'll see, man. I don't know, like, what Frank could sell him on, because it's very clear that the league is very important and top four is very important. So is Romero going to want, like, guarantees in terms of, like, the Champions League? Like, is he going to want, like, FA Cup, Carabao Cup? Like, what is he thinking? Like, I don't know what it would take to convince Romero, to be honest. And he wants to know about the signings as well that we're going to be making too. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. And I want him to stay. I don't want him to go, bro. I think replacing him is going to be very hard. I think if he stays, we're onto something. But if he goes, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. But yeah, that's Christian Romero's situation looked at. And then, of course, just I wanted to report on this just because, like, there's always, it's been going on for so freaking long now. But info on Eberechi Eze is this is all the way back in, when was this post at? This is back May 29th. So sources suggest that official talks have taken place between Eberechi Eze's camp and Tottenham Hotspur regarding a potential move this summer. Eze is one of the names on Tottenham Hotspur's list to reinforce the attacking positions. However, he is not the only option with other names also being discussed. Nothing advanced or done of today, but sources suggest that talks were only to discuss as its interest in a potential move to Tottenham and details requirements for a potential deal. So yeah, pretty much nothing's happening. We have to pay the release clause. That's pretty much it. And I think that I don't know where it is, but this guy did reply to a comment, and he did say, yeah, Chris wants Arsenal. They have a verbal agreement to place. Fuck. Victor Chris party is to join Arsenal this summer despite calls from Manchester United in recent weeks. Yeah, Chris also always an option amid Cisco talks. Shit, bro. I don't want Yakers to go to Arsenal, bro. That'd be so bad. Oh, but anyways. He made a reply to one of these saying that, like, as they will get done in legit a couple hours, it just depends if Spurs play the release clause. Where was it? Yeah, he literally said that, like, if Spurs play the release clause, then it will get done. Eze wants to come here. Like, he's open to coming here. It just depends if we play the release clause or not. I'm trying to find it for you guys. It was like literally like a couple days ago. I just saw it, man. Where is it? Unless he deleted it. I hope he didn't delete it. Was it this one? Yeah, okay, so this guy comments 22 hours ago. So yeah, this guy comments, are we gonna get him? Chris says too early, but it depends if Tottenham are willing to pay the release clause. If yeah, it be done within a day's up to Levy. Yeah. So pretty much if Levy pays the release clause, it'll get done. It will get done. This will happen. Levy just has to pay the release clause. And man, and this is gonna be ambitious, bro. I don't know if there's a world where we get Mbeumo as a, and I guess now TEL. I don't know if there's a world where that actually happens, to be honest. If we get Eze and Mbeumo, holy smokes, bro. Oh, bro. This club will be behaving like I've never seen them behave before, man. If we actually end up getting a Eze and an Mbeumo, bro, man, that'd be freaking fantastic. But I don't think that's happening. Depends, we'll see. But yeah, that's the latest on Eze. Nothing concrete, but Levy, all Levy has to do is just pay up, and then it's done. That's all he has to do. So that's the big thing here. And then another bit of transfer news here that's broken is that Richarlison is likely to leave Tottenham Hotspur. So yeah, and listen, I love Richie so much. Like, the guy is such a vibe, man. I think when he's on form and like when he's actually staying fit, he bangs in a bunch of goals for us. But I think now under Thomas Frank and the way that we want to play, I think Richie would do okay. But I feel like we just got to be ruthless and we just got to move him on, man. He can't stay fit, and we just got to be ruthless. We got to get in some better quality. And yeah, it's just simple as that. We need the money, bro. We got to be ruthless. Wow, what the fuck? I'd be super surprised for Eze and Mbeumo or for Richarlison, the Mile High Hotspur. And yeah, you said you'd love that. Yeah, bro. Mbeumo and Eze would be freaking amazing, bro. Actually, that'd be amazing, man. But yeah, so Richarlison's probably going to leave. And I think this is a good decision, man. I love Richie so freaking much. But yeah, man, it's just we need more money. We got to be ruthless. We have a whole bunch of issues in terms of the squad numbers and how that all shapes out. I don't know the exact details, but I think from my understanding is that I think right now we have 24 first team players, and because we don't have enough homegrown, we can only field a squad of 22, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's oh, for the pair, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that'd be insane. If that happens, bro, I don't think it'll happen, but if that happened, I'd be like, wow, we're not behaving like the usual Spurs. But yeah, we have a huge issue in terms of the squad, in terms of the homegrown stuff. So we definitely got to look at that. And moving to the last bit of transfer news here is that Tottenham have held internal conversations about whether to make a move for Yohan Wissa. And now this is where I'm just like, bro, there's so many names going all over the place. I'm not even sure what's going on, man. So the biggest concrete links have been Wissa, Eze, and Buemo. Obviously we got TEL done. That's like the biggest ones that I've seen lately so far. And just of attacking options. Oh, Semenyo as well. That's a lot of options there, man. But if we get in Buemo and Wissa, that is like what? Like 50 plus goal contributions between goals and assists between Mbeumo and Wissa. Bring them into Spurs, bring them in that front line. And then at the same time, you also have Brennan Johnson there, who we know he's a freaking goalsman. So between Johnson, Wissa, and Mbeumo, you legit have at least 70 goal contributions there, bro. That's mad. That is madness, bro. So I'd be open for Wissa. I'd be more than happy with Wissa, bro. If you're bringing in Mbeumo and Wissa, that I'm down for that, dude. I've come to the conclusion that Richie just isn't it. I absolutely love the guy. He's all heart but inconsistent. Yeah, I agree with that. And like the big thing for me is the injuries. Like if he can't stay fit, there's no freaking point, man. There's no point. There's no point at all. And I think we can get better quality. And I think Wissa would be an amazing upgrade on Richarlison, in my opinion. Someone did a post here about Wissa versus Solanke. So Wissa, goal efficiency much higher, goal threat much higher, ball retention way higher, and then chance creation is higher for Solanke, ball coverage is higher for Solanke, and then progressive carrying is about the same. Oh wow, interesting. It's actually very interesting, bro. What the hell? But yeah, man. I think if you bring Wissa alone, I'm not down for it. But if you bring in Mbeumo and Wissa, I am down for that, man. I'm so down for that. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the whole transfer news that we have so far. And what I'm going to get into next is just looking at the squad and like different formations that we could have under Thomas Frank. I actually did a video on this on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to look at exactly how specifically we could line up within each sort of system and like what it could look like, how it could all work, because I've studied Thomas Frank's tactics a lot in the past freaking week. So I'm going to look at like how it could work for Spurs and potentially the signings that we do end up getting. And I'm going to be realistic too. I will be very realistic. So I'm going to be looking at the signings that we will be bringing in and how it will work for Spurs and how the different formations in terms of how we could line up for Spurs as well. So stay tuned for that right now, and I will be grabbing some water because I'm dying of thirst. So just give me a second, guys, and I'll be right back. All right. All right, let's cook. Got some fruits, got some water. Let's cook. Okay. So is there any news that could come out within a second here? No, nothing new. Okay. So let's have a look at the different formations that Thomas Frank has used this past Premier League season the most. So this is from the Premier League, and this is actually Thomas Frank's entire time in the Premier League under for the Brentford. So this is the formation that he's used the most. So the one that he's used the most is the 3-5-2 formation. Used it 53 times throughout his entire time at Brentford. And then next up is the 4-3-3. Used it 51 times. And then the 4-2-3-1. Used it 22. And he actually used this a lot more last season. I know this for a fact because the 4-3-3 wasn't working, and then he would use the 4-2-3-1 against like the lesser teams, and he found it better for his squad. So he used this a lot more last season. And then in my video that I did the breakdown on as well, I said that I think we would use this formation a lot more because it suits our squad better. Just with the double pivot in the 4-2-3-1 instead of having like the lone 6 in the 4-3-3, I think this suits us a lot better. Unless we get a 6, then you could do the 4-3-3, but I still think the 4-2-3-1 suits us a lot better overall. But yeah. And then 5-3-2. And a 4-4-2, 4-5-1, and yeah, a whole bunch of others. So he's just so much, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. There's 10 different formations, bro. It's crazy. How would you feel about us using 3 at the back? If we use 3 at the back, you gotta send another center back. That's the thing. If we go with the 3 at the back, we gotta send another center back, bro. That's the thing. Let's open this up. So I actually made like a whole bunch of these already. Let's open up because what he uses the 3-5-2. Let's open that up. So I have it here, 3-5-2. So agreed, 4-2-3-1 would be ideal. Yeah, I think so. I think with our team, our system, the players that we have, works a lot better. So this is what he used the most under the first time in the Premier League. So I assume to probably have a Solanke, Johnson, Madison, Bentancur, Bergvall, Udogie, Van de Ven, Romero, Danzo, and Porro. And like, yo, let me know, guys. Like, if you guys like want to hop in here, give me some feedback about like how like we should change this up. If you think this would be different, let me know. Let me know, guys. But yeah, I think this is what we're looking at. I say a Johnson and Solanke because I think that Johnson could feed off of Solanke a lot and almost do what he did last season to steal all of Solanke's goals. So I think he used Johnson and Solanke as like a 2 up top. And then like you could have no, you would want Bergvall there. You could have a star here too. You could have a star here as well. Definitely could. But yeah, and then I'm assuming. So let's assume Richarlison goes. Are we gonna? Okay, yeah. Let's assume Richarlison goes. And we can have. We're not gonna get a Wissa though, really though. Maybe the better step is to look at who we're actually gonna sign realistically. I think that's like the better option than move into this. I think that's the better option, to be honest, because like the way that I'm thinking, I'm not sure. Like, yeah, let's go to transfer market. Okay, how much would? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna assume. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna assume that here. Let's actually do this. Let's do this. I'm trying to make this as entertaining for you guys as I can. Let's do this. Let's do this here. Where would players like Mbeumo or TEL maybe as they play it in this formation? Yeah. Let me cook here. Hold on. We're gonna start with who we're gonna bring in, and we're gonna be realistic. We're gonna be as realistic as we can. Let me cook here. Hold on. Give me a second. 26 signings. Let's see here. Okay. We're going to include TEL just because this. Hold on, guys. I'm just cooking right now. I'm just cooking up. Okay. Lock that. Lock that. Okay. 26 signings. All right, so we can add this for TEL. Let's just do this. Let's create a copy of that. So for TEL, because TEL counts as a Thomas Frank signing because the deal is not the continuation of the loan; it's a completely new deal. So it doesn't count as an Anton; it counts as a Thomas Frank signing. Let's turn this way down. Let's make this like that's small. Let's make this 28. Okay, let's say how much was it in total? 35 plus 10. That's 35 plus 5. Let's just say 40 mil. 40 million euros. Okay, so TEL was 40 million, and this is for this window, obviously. So who's next? Who's next? What are you saying? Let's be realistic. Who's next? What are you saying? I think Eze gets done, bro. I think no matter what, whoever comes in, I think Eze's getting done. I think no matter what, Eze is getting done, bro. I think Eze is getting done, to be honest. I actually think that's just like, it's just gonna happen, bro. I think Eze gets done. And, yeah. I do think Eze gets done. So we're gonna bring Eze in. We're gonna bring Eze in. I think Eze is probably gonna cost like what they say, like 65-ish, 65, 70. Because how much is his release clause? How much is Eze's release clause? 68 million. This clause is part of his contract. Well, it's structured as initial 60 million plus 8 million in performance. So 60 million plus 8. Ooh. Damn. That's a bold prediction. I hope he does. Nah, here's the thing though, because I think it's similar to like towards how James Madison was for us. Like, Madison was rumored to come to us for like a while, bro. Like, it just kept going on and on and on, and then we eventually got him. Like, he felt like a Spurs player, James Madison. So I think Eze feels very similar. It's like it's gonna happen. It's been happening for summers in a row. He's been mainly linked to us. Like, I think it's just gonna happen. Just depends on Levy. So I think he'll get it done. And but yeah, so 60 million plus 8 million in add-ons, but on the books it's just going to be an initial 60. I don't think the 8's going to happen like right away. So 60 million to start. So bro, shit. I mean, bro. Look at that, man. That's already 100 mils. That's already 100 million right here. It's crazy. It's already 100 million, bro. It's mad. So this actually makes me like like this team's not gonna spend 150 million, are they? Like, how much should we? Maybe the better thing is to look at how much we spent in previous transfer windows. What's the best way to do this? Let's see what we spent in previous transfer windows. Let's see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to add it up myself, man. See if ChatGPT can cook. See if ChatGPT can cook. Make a I'm gonna say this. How am I gonna say this? Let's say summary of 20 summary of 2024/2025 transfers. What? Why did it not work? Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Let's add this all up. So summer 2024. Let's see if we can get an average of all the transfers that we've done so far. So pull this up here. So we got Dom 65 plus 25 plus 8.5 for Burkval plus 40 million for Archie Gray. So 138 million we spent last summer. 138 million. Damn. Okay. That's just summer. Wait, what? Vuskovic officially came on the books. What? He comes on the books this summer. Damn. Well, shit. Damn. 30. Okay, so 9.3 million pounds. 35 million euros. Fuck. Okay. So 65 million. So we've already spent Where'd my calculator go? Did I just close it? The hell might I close? So we've already spent 100. So we spent 138 million last summer. Let's look at summer 2020. Oops. 2023 summer transfers. Let's see. So in 2023 we spent, let's see how much. So I can get an average of how much we're probably gonna spend. We got James Madison. Why does my calendar just keep closing, bro? So we brought in James Madison for 40 pounds, 40 plus. Pedro Porro for 42. Fuck. Klosevsky 25.6. Vicario, let's just take the high, 17.2. Then potential as probably the 43, to be honest. Felice, bro, what the hell? 18. Manderson was a free. Phillips, 2 million. And Johnson was 47.5. Bloody hell, Spurs. So he's at shit. So obviously it probably wasn't all at once, but based off of that, we spent 233 million the summer before in 2023. Then we also sold Harry Kane for 100, so knock that down. It becomes 133. We sold Harry Winks for 10. Knock that down. Shit. Wow. Wow. Okay. So if we count Harry Kane signing in that, it was really just about like 120 million, 130 million you spent the summer before that. So we're probably going to spend 150 tops, bro. Shit. This makes this almost... Yo, we're cooked. Let me see summer 2022. Let me see summer 2022 just to make sure. Because we might be cooked, bro. We might be cooked. There's no way we're going to get Mbuemo and Eze then. There's no chance, bro. No freaking chance. Go. So you had... Where'd it go, bro? It's literally disappearing. So you had Charlison for, let's say, it's probably 6. Yeah, it's probably 60. 60 plus Basuma, who was 26, plus Perisic free, Foster free, Keeley, Spence, 13. Dougie, 15. That's a bargain, bro. Holy smokes. And then Romero became permanent. Probably 45. And then Lancashire. United, Clement Langley. Yeah. Oh, it says right here. So estimated total spend. So 223, 35. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait, how? Wait, what? Including permanent deals and loans. But who'd we sell? Bergvine, 31. A bunch of loans went out. 35. How did we get up to 35? Nah, it's cap. I'm just gonna do it how I was doing it. 60 plus 26 plus 13 plus 15 So yeah, about 100. Oh, and then Romero 45. So about 150. Yeah. So it seems like averagely we're about to spend 150 million. Okay. Okay. Well, shit, man. I mean, like, bro. So between TEL and Eze, we're already at 100. And Buemo's gonna cost 65. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening, man. No. There's no way. But we're gonna back him though. We're gonna back him. But oh, player sales too. Okay, you know what? Let's work it. Let's work it. Let's freaking work it. Let's see. Okay, Mbuemo would come in. Let's just say Mbuemo. We get Mbuemo done. Let's say we're ambitious. We get Mbuemo done. You got it done. Get him for about. I wanted 65. 65. 5. So puts that. 165. And then. Oops. So that puts us at 165. And then from there, I assume we probably. So that's attacking. This is going to be the attack. This is probably the attack that's done. There's no more getting Wissa, Eze, and Mbuemo. And, like, that's not happening, bro. So that's probably the attack. Assume we saw Richie. Okay, let's make this even a little bit more compact, actually. Assuming we sell a Richarlison. So it's clear too. Bye. You'll like a whole video on this too. We'll see. Bye. And sell over here. Sell. Okay. So we'd sell Richie probably for about. Say we sell Richie for about. We'll probably get like 30 for him. You get 30. Probably get 30 for him. 30 for Richie. Oh, are we gonna have 30? Probably more 25, bro. Might be 25 at this point. He's getting older. Hasn't really played that much injuries. Probably 25. 25 for Richie plus Basuma. Basuma probably gonna sell him for about. Basuma sell him for probably 25 as well. I'd probably get 25 for Basuma as well. 25, so it's 50 million. Let's make this smaller. Who else we selling? We just re-signed Ben Davis, but I feel like he's still probably gonna go too. I don't know though. Who else we selling, bro? It's pretty much everyone that we're gonna sell, right? I don't know who else we can sell. Dragusin maybe, but we're not probably gonna keep him. He's injured and stuff too. Who else can we sell? Yeah, we're cooked, bro. That's pretty much it. Assume, unless we, no, not gonna sell Bentancur, obviously not. Romero, you saw Romero. Not happening though, bro. I want to keep him. I think Oh, Sonny though, but no, we're not selling Son. Oh, you know we would sell Son though because he's on contract. Yeah. Shit, bro. I mean, like you sell Son, sell Son for about what? 30, 35. I'm not selling Son, man. What the hell? You could sell Son. Could you sell Son? Because besides these two, like, who else are you selling in this team, dude? You're not selling anyone else, dude. This is it. Unless you sell Ben Davis, that's the last one. You could sell Ben Davis. Fucking hell, bro. Also, what world is Archie Gray and Pedro Porro the same value? That's absolutely bullshit. Anyways, man, this is tough. I don't know how else you sell. You could just throw Ben Davis there. You could throw Ben Davis there, but then I mean, damn, dude, it's not looking good. Chat. That's all I'm saying, bro. It's clearly not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. Yeah. Okay, let's just leave it at that then for now. So I'm not sure. So you'd minus 50. Yeah, I have 115 to spend now. Or you'd be at 115. And then you would bring in, because we need a 6. We brought in some young. Who's the kid that we're bringing in? What's his name? Tottenham. Mid field signing. We just signed someone, bro. What the hell is this kid's name? Oh, Nicolo Pacilli. Oh, okay. Nicolo Pacilli. What? That's him, right? Yeah. Okay, so you bring in this kid. Let me sign this. I don't know how much we're signing him for, though. How much we signing him for? It's a young kid, bro. How much is he worth? What's his transfer market value? 12 million. I don't think we're gonna spend that. I think it'll probably cost us like 10. So we're in this kid for 10. Number 6. So you'd have Bentancur, this kid, Gray, and to be fair, frankly likes Gray too. So you'd have that, and then so that'd be plus 10. So that'd take care of the midfield. And then you do, so we'd need a striker. So then that's where you get Wissa. That's where you get Wissa, and you need a fullback. That's where you get a Wissa. How much does Wissa cost? 32 pounds cost us 40. 40, 45. Lean towards 45 plus 45 puts us at 170, and then that's your backing, bro. Fuck, we're cooked. We're cooked. This is how you gotta do it, Spurs. This is how you gotta do it. This is literally how you gotta do it, bro. Why are you not working with me? aren't you working with me, bro? And then, yeah, he bring in Wissa. Okay, let's scooch over, guys. Scooch over. Let's move this guy over like that. Then you bring in a Wissa. So 40, 60, 65, 10. You bring in a Wissa for 45, probably. You're not going to get Semenyo for 70. That's not happening. So, I mean, there you go. You sell Basuma and Richie, but that doesn't fix our numbers, bro. Our numbers are going to be overinflated. There's no way. You'd have to sell more. So we're not going to get the backup left back. You're going to have Archie Gray fill in there. Or give the option to like a young kid. So you're going to have TEL, Eze, Mbuemo, this Nicolo Pasili kid, Yon Wissa. Yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. And hey, I honestly, this transfer would be just the type of transfer would be amazing, bro. I'd be so happy with this, to be honest. I'd be so happy with this. And this would be perfect, bro. This would beg hella goals, but there's no way we get this done though. Is this too ambitious? Is this OD? Is this too much? I don't know. I think this is... I tried to be realistic. I think I'm low-key reaching. There's no way we're going to get Wissa, Eze, and Mbuemo, bro. It's not happening, bro. No chance. No chance. There's no way. TEL, Eze, Mbuemo. I mean, dude, with this, we're winning the league, bro. Add this with Sun, Odebear, Johnson, Solanke. We're winning the league, bro. Madison, Kulisevsky, bro. There's no chance, bro. There's no way. Because with this, then you also have Radu, Danzo, Van de Ven, Romero, Phillips if he wants to stay, Vuskovic if he's coming in. Then you have Gray as the midfield backup to Bentancur. Or you have a... Use Gray as like a utility fullback as well to back up. Ah, man. Yeah. I mean, dude. This is it. It's freaking it, bro. It's freaking it. Well, with that being said, now with this, you could go for a... Go for an Mbuemo there. And the Solanke there. Two at the top. You could have Madison. You could have Eze there. Have Eze there. You could have like a Bentancur here. You have a Danzo, Mero, Van de Ven, Poro, Udag. Yeah. This is what you could do, bro. Like, I mean, this is quality, bro. Like, Bentancur. So, at the top, you have Solanke, Mbuemo, Madison. Let me hide the chat here. Solanke, Mbuemo, Madison, Bentancur, Eze, Udagi, Van de Ven, Romero, Danzo, Poro. And you'd have... So you have like a Bergvall on the bench. What else? Who else? Bergvall. Right? Or no? How many else? Two old, yeah. Oops. No H. So you have a Bergvall there. On the bench to come on. I made Bergvall black. I was scared of that. I mean, yeah, like you could line up like this, bro. Could line up like this. It'd be deadly. And if we hop into the... If you hop into the 4-2-3-1, you have... Here you could have a... Slank up top. I think Frank could play Johnson on the left. Buemo on the right. Solanke and Buemo, Johnson. Can even go Eze here too. Like, there's just so many more options now. Eze over there. Madison. So Eze, Madison, Solanke, and Buemo. Bendikor, Bergvall. I mean, yeah, bro. Like, that team's cooking, dude. That team's begging nothing but goals. And then you could also, if you want to, put in Wissa. I mean, this team's... bro. This team finishes top 4. It does. And I didn't even talk about Kulusevski in this either, bro. It just depends, man. Like, a big club gets this done. A big club gets this done. Just do it. Freaking do it. You're gonna spend total transfer expenditure is gonna be, oh, where'd it go? Okay, let's do it again. You're gonna spend 60, 65. Oops. You're gonna spend 170, bro. If you're a big club, you get this done. Is 170 too much to ask to back your manager? Was 170 too much? Other clubs will do it. Will Spurs do it? 170 is what you have to spend to make this happen. If you do this, Spurs, this team right here, this team finishes top 4, gets you a trophy. You keep Son, you keep Romero, you keep Van de Ven. Keep all the guys together. You sell Basum and Richie. This team wins you top 4. This team wins you a trophy in top 4, probably, bro. Probably does. But I don't know if we're gonna do it. I don't know if we're gonna do it. I doubt it. But yeah, man. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, guys. It's been a decently long stream. Been going for a minute here. Make sure, guys, to like and subscribe for more content. Of course, thank you guys so much for the growth on this channel. It's been freaking amazing. It's been beautiful to see. I cannot thank you guys enough. So just make sure to stay tuned for more content. We'll be dropping a lot more videos. So stay tuned, guys, and I will see you guys